Hi, and welcome back to the Cheeky Crypto Podcast. My name's Chris, and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another podcast video. And in today's video, we're going to have a look at some of the biggest headlines in the crypto space right now. We're also going to take a look at what's going on with the SEC. They are really trying to get their enforcement over the line. So if you enjoy this sort of content, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Don't forget to jump down into the Discord. Over 6,500 people supporting one another navigate this space safely. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So we're going to start here, and we've got Watchdog cracks down on crypto ATM operators around Leeds. So obviously in the UK, Leeds in the UK up north. And several sites around Leeds suspected of hosting illegal operated crypto cash machines. Those evil things have been inspected by the Financial Conduct Authority. So basically these look like cash machines, but basically none of these machines are registered with the FCA. It says so operating them is illegal in the UK, and you basically need to register them. It's rather interesting. Such a bad thing to be having these crypto machines where people can take out of the fiat system and put it into the crypto space. It's not wanted. It would appear anyway. Like for me, there is far bigger crimes to be sort of focused on for the UK police. It's lawless. The prisons are full, so they tell me anyway. And they don't really want to deal with like any proper crimes. It's the easy ones that they're after here in the UK, not the actual challenging stuff. So look, I guess the FCA are doing what they have to do. Register them if you can, if you're allowed to, if you've got the clarity to. We'll see. The SEC to make it harder for hedge funds to work with crypto firms, Bloomberg has said. The rule change would make it harder for crypto firms to become qualified custodians. And that is basically the change. They have to be qualified custodians. So, the SEC making it very, very difficult for these companies to do well and flourish in this environment. So it's interesting to see how the SEC move forward with all this stuff, and how the hedge funds sort of navigate the space with these new rules. Rather interesting. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Something more interesting though, and something that I think is very important to highlight, and Morgan Stanley have highlighted it here. Falling stablecoin issuance is negative sign for crypto trading. The US regulators' efforts are likely to focus on stablecoin regulation, and maybe this is why we're seeing the SEC going after Paxos and the BUSD stablecoin in particular. I have openly said that I think the US and the regulators there have I guess a set agenda against Binance for whatever reason. Maybe they feel that their golden boy Sam was really just taken down by the terrible person called ZZ that runs the other rival exchange. But it's interesting. I did read somewhere, and I don't know how true it is and how accurate it is, that Circle were the ones that have highlighted the fact that Binance don't have the collateral to basically back the BUSD, which I was left scratching my head because I was like, Binance don't need to do that. It's done through Paxos. Then I read somewhere else that Binance had possibly, and allegedly is probably the word to use, basically released their own BUSD on the Binance chain. So the ETH side of things is Paxos, and the Binance chain is Binance. So I don't know how true that is, if there's any truth to it whatsoever, but it would then make sense how Circle was saying that Binance didn't have capital to back the stablecoin. It would then make sense if they have issued their own, which would be rather confusing, because that wouldn't be receiving the benefits that you're getting through Paxos for the ETH version. So maybe somebody from Binance will watch this and answer whether there's any truth to this or not. It could just be a whole load of FUD, but it's worth highlighting it. But the issuance of stablecoins is going to be one of those things that doesn't support this narrative that has been going around in the space of a new bull cycle. So one to be aware of. I'm going to drop these in the Discord for you to read through at your leisure. We've got the 𝗖𝗛𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗦 Foundation CEO says that the SEC's crypto crackdown highlights the lack of regulatory clarity, and basically is saying that these crypto firms are being punished rather than given guidance. And this is something that I think Ripple have said for an awful long time. It's something that we've been highlighting for a long time on this channel, that you need to give the clarity, the support, the tools for people to understand what framework they're to stay in. And we haven't had that from regulators. It's all been regulate through enforcement. Wait until something is done in a way that you're not happy with as a regulator, and then let's make some money, because that is what is so important. It's making the money, and rather than actually keeping the investors safe. Lots of people in the SEC don't actually agree with some of the decisions being made. And the other thing to also mention is that Gary Gensler is being questioned about where he's spending his time, and whether that time is best spent where he's placing that time. So stuff that's really coming to light is really, really interesting. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. The other thing that I like to do is I like to talk about scams that are happening. The reason being, we want to make sure that everybody is kept safe in this space. There are scammers out there that will say, the stuff that they think you want to hear, like, be careful of the scammers that say, be careful of scammers, and, all sorts of different things. But there is research that has exposed crypto scam networks exploiting YouTube. And I think there's, a few, and they do it in different ways. But we'll just stick to this one for now. A massive network of fake YouTube video promoted by automated stock puppet accounts is reeling in hundreds of cryptocurrency enthusiasts and persuading them to hand over their money, with secure research found. So this is really, really interesting. But scammers have managed to navigate YouTube to be able to place paid ads to fake channels, and steal people's channels in fact, and repurpose them for scams and stuff like that, where you send in X amount and you receive X amount back. If you see these, ignore them. Nobody's going to ask you to send them crypto. Nobody is going to send you crypto. Just make sure that if you're seeing like an interview or a video where it's got like these pictures on the side that is saying deposit here and you'll receive X amount more, they are scams. I'm yet to see one that isn't. So just be aware of these potential risks in the crypto space, and make sure you keep yourself safe. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.